Welcome, welcome. We'll get started at the top of the hour. So you have 5 minutes before we start. Thank you for joining. And drop a note for me in the chat to let me know if you can hear me. Thank you for joining. Let me know if you can hear me by dropping a note in the chat. And we'll get started in about 3 minutes at the top of the hour. Thank you for joining. Let me know if you can hear me by dropping a note in the chat. And we'll get started in just a minute or so. All right, we will go ahead and get started. Hopefully you can hear me okay. Just make sure you drop a note to let me know you can hear me. It is my pleasure to welcome you to Yoga and Meditation. And you're here on the Distance Atlanta Track Club's resource for you in this time of social distancing and being able to stay active. So my name is Dr. Aisha Wright-Burke, and I am a 500-hour yoga instructor. And it's been a wonderful journey being here with the Atlanta Track Club and the Distance. Just to give you an overview of what you're going to experience today. This will be a 30-minute session, a little bit less since I have an intro and a wrap-up. For yoga and meditation, we will go through a series of asanas or poses and then end in some breath work in Savasana. So normally in a yoga session, which is usually a minimum of 50 minutes long, you would experience a warm-up, a peak, and a cool down. And since we have an abbreviated session, we won't follow that typical path, but you're sure to feel a stretch in your body and calm in your mind, since yoga is a wonderful way of balancing the strength and flexibility within your body. It's a great way to cross-train and also calm down the parasympathetic nervous system. So you're in for a treat. And we're here every Wednesday at 7 p.m. And I am a volunteer as well as an Atlanta Track Club board member. So it's my pleasure to serve in this way, as well as many other ways. There's many opportunities to volunteer with the Atlanta Track Club. So we will go ahead and get started. So find a comfortable seated position facing the front of your mat. So I'm not going to face the front of my mat because I want to face you. And close your eyes. And become present in this moment, leaving your laptop or computer behind, leaving that last room you were in behind, whether it was the kitchen or the den or the office or the bedroom, and become present in this moment for your time, your yoga session. And think about something that you like to dedicate this practice to, even if it's yourself or a word you want to focus on. And we'll take one deep inhale, raising our hands above our heads. Exhale, hands at heart center in prayer position. We'll take another deep inhale. Hands come above our heads, stretching our arms to the sky. And then we'll rest our hands on our knees or on your quads, however you may be sitting. And if your eyes are closed, you can open them. And then since you're facing your mat, you're going to come to a tabletop position, hands and knees, with your hands planted underneath your shoulders. And we're going to do a low lunge on the right side. So we're going to bring our right foot to the top of the mat. You can leave your left knee down. You may want to move your left knee back and make sure your knee's over top of your right ankle on that right side. So when you find your balance, rise up and you're looking forward. And we're going to take a deep inhale. Our hands are going to come above our head. You can exhale, hands still stay above our head, looking forward. You feel that stretch maybe in the back of your right hamstring, maybe the top of your left quad. And we'll take a few breaths here. Then bring your hands to frame that right foot. And you're going to turn to your left, to the back of your mat. Right knee comes down. Left foot comes in front of you. And you're going to stretch your leg out till your heel is on the mat, toes are up on the left side, and your leg is straight. You can also have a micro bend in this knee if there's too much stress on your left knee. And we're just going to lean over this left leg. Make sure you're not leaning into that right side. Make sure you keep your hips aligned and centered. Just a few more breaths here. You're doing great. Then draw your left foot in towards your body until the sole of your left foot is on the mat. Then we're going to turn to our right to face the front of the mat. Left knee will come down, right knee still stays on the mat. And we're going to bring our right foot to the front of the mat again. So your right sole's on the mat, hands are on either side of your right foot. And you're going to put your weight into that right foot. You can use your hands for leverage. So what you're going to do is curl your left toes under and then lift up that left knee. So the toes of your left foot are still on the mat. Left heel is in the air. You're going to bring your right hand in front of your right foot. And once you get steady in that right foot and right hand, you can raise your left hand to the sky for side angle. And gaze over your left shoulder. And it's okay if both of your hands are still on the mat. You do what's best for you and what feels right for you. You can also bring your left knee to the mat if that's more comfortable for you. Don't forget to breathe. Then we're going to bring our left hand down to meet our right hand. And still having our left knee on the mat. Might bring it in just a little bit. We're going to leave the weight into your right foot. We're going to take our right hand, put it on the other side of our right foot. So you're framing your foot with both hands. You're going to take your left elbow, place it outside of your right knee. Bring your right hand up. Place your hands together. Then press the right hand into the left hand and slowly gaze over that right shoulder for revolved side angle. If you want a little bit more, curl those left toes under, then you can lift up to challenge yourself. Again, you can leave that left knee down. Do what feels right for your body. And press that right hand into that left hand. Then on an exhale, release both hands to the mat. Place your left knee on the mat. Then right knee on the mat. I'm going to do the exact same thing on the left side or on the opposite side. So we're going to bring our left foot to the top of the mat. You may want to move your right knee back. And we're going to rise up. And once you feel steady and that knee is over, align with that left angle. We're going to take a deep inhale, hands go above the head. Looking straight or looking at a 45-degree angle. Don't forget to breathe. Two more breaths here. On your last exhale, bring your hands down to the mat to frame that left foot. Great job. So this time, We're going to turn to the right, to the back of the mat. Left knee comes down, right foot comes up. So your right sole of your foot is on the mat. You're pressing that foot out towards the back of the mat. Your toes come up on the right foot. Heel stays on the mat for half splits on our right side. Remember, don't collapse to the left or to the right. Stay centered with your hips. And just lean over the right leg using your hands as stabilizers in your arms. You should be gazing towards your knee. And if it's too much pressure behind your knee, just give it a little micro bend. All right. We're going to draw that right foot in towards our body. We're going to turn back to the left to go to the front of the mat. And while we're doing that, right knee comes down. Left foot comes to the front of the mat. You know what time it is. Time for side angle on the left side. So, we're going to place both right and left hand on the inside of that left foot. We're going to curl our toes under on the right foot. You can also leave your knee down. But if you're going to rise up, do so. And then place your left hand inside your left foot. And we're opening up on the right side. Right hand goes in the air. Woo. Find your balance. Use that core. Reach up to the sky with the right hand gazing over your right shoulder. Right hand comes back down on the mat. Bring your right knee to the mat. We're going into revolved side angle. So you have the option of leaving your knee down on the right side and starting out that way and then lifting up on the right leg. So you choose what's best for you. I'll talk you through it. So I'm going to bring our right hand, right elbow outside of left knee. Right elbow outside of left knee. Bringing both of our palms together. Then slowly gaze over your left shoulder. Push your left hand into your right hand. If you feel like you want a little bit more, put your weight into your left foot. Push up on that right foot. Push yourself forward, and you'll go up. Remember, if you fall out, just get back in. Or use a hand to steady you. Woo. Then on your next exhale, bring both of your hands back on the mat to frame both sides of that left foot. And we're going to bring our left knee to the mat. And we're in tabletop. So now, I'm going to move into frog. You're going to face your mat. I'm going to face you, so don't move. And what you're going to do is walk or ease your knees out to the side with your inner ankle facing the mat on both sides. Then you're going to move your hands forward and come down to your forearms for a frog. You're doing wonderful. You really feel this in your adductors. You can look down or look forward. It's your choice. And we'll stay here for a few breaths. And I know I say this at some point during any class, but just remember that yoga is a balance of strength and flexibility. All of us have both, and yoga is a great way to find balance between the two in your body. Yoga is your journey, and yours journey alone. Okay, we're going to walk our hands back towards our bodies. We're going to slide and walk in our knees. I'm going to turn. You stay where you are. And we're back in tabletop. So now we're going to lay down, belly down on the mat. And we're going to bend our left leg. And we're going to reach back with our left hand and grab the inside of our left leg. Let's grab from the inside. And you can leave your right hand or elbow, forearm right in front of you. And just try to pull that foot down closer to your glute. Then you can release it. And we'll do the same thing to the other side. So using your left forearm as a base to steady yourself. We're going to bend our right knee, take our right hand back, and grab the inside of our right ankle. And then once you adjust, just pull that right foot closer to the glute. Then release. You lay down flat on the mat. With your chin to the mat. Have your hands palm down beside you. I'm going to reach back and grab our left ankle. Left hand, left ankle. Then bend our right knee. Grab our right ankle. And on the count of 3, we're going to pull each ankle towards us and lift our torso off the floor. 1, 2, 3. Lift up. So we're creating tension by pulling on those feet. You also can try and push back with your feet too. That's interesting. Look forward. We'll hold it for a few more breaths. Okay, lower down. Release both feet. Place your hands right above under your chin. So you can rest your chin on top of your hands. Toenails down on the mat. We're going to do that one more time. So reach back with your left, grab your left ankle. Reach back with your right, grab the right ankle. And 1, 2, 3, lift. Lift. It's almost like you're balancing on your hip points on the mat. Then slowly release to the mat. Release both feet. Bring your hands under your chin. Now for our very last asana. Going to bring our chin to the mat. You're going to roll to the right, hands palm down. And your hand might be on the top of your left thigh, your left hand on top of your left thigh. Then roll to the left. Right hand comes to meet. The left palm down underneath of you. Toenails are down on the mat. Your pinkies will be touching each other. And you're going to lift the right foot. So you're pressing down into the mat with your left leg, but you're lifting that right leg. Use your hands to press down into the mat. We're only going to hold it a few more breaths. Then drop it back to the mat. Well, not drop. Lay it gently on the mat. Same thing left side. Press your hands down into the mat and lift the left leg. You should be lifting from your hip. Pressing down with your right leg into the mat. Pressing down with your hands. And release your left leg to the mat. Now we're going to try and lift both legs. So for this, you may not want to have your chin on the mat. You may want to go face down on the mat with your forehead on the mat. And on the count of 3, we're going to try and lift both feet. 1, 2, 3. Now release them to the mat. Roll to the left, release your right hand. Roll to the left to release your left hand. And then you're going to gently roll over onto your back. All right. So before we go into Savasana, we're going to do some quick box breathing. So box breathing, if you haven't done it before, it's actually something that Navy SEALs do to calm themselves and focus themselves. So we're going to inhale for a 3 count, hold for a 3 count, exhale for a 3 count, hold for a 3 count. That's 1. Then we'll do it 2 more times to have 3 rounds. So we just inhale to exhale, inhale, exhale. Next inhale, inhale for 1, 2, 3, hold. 1, 2, 3. Exhale, 1, 2, 3. Hold. 1, 2, 3. Inhale. 1, 2, 3. Hold. 1, 2, 3. Exhale. 1, 2, 3. Hold. 1, 2, 3. Inhale. 1, 2, 3. Hold. 1, 2, 3. Exhale. 1, 2, 3. Hold. 1, 2, 3. Release. And with your feet at either corner of your mat, with your hands outstretched, palm facing up at a 45-degree angle from your body, your eyes closed, relax into Savasana. Slowly wiggle your toes, wiggle your fingers. And with your eyes closed, come to a comfortable seated position. And once you are in your comfortable seated position, think about your word, your focus for today's session. Think about where you feel the stretch in your body and what needs more attention. And take one inhale in just to exhale, deep inhale in. And we'll take one deep inhale in to exhale, and one bead your mantra, Om. Inhale. May your light shine bright for all to see. Stay safe, stay healthy. Remember, you're beautiful. Namaste. Thank you for your practice today. Hope you'll join us next week at 7 p.m. on Wednesday for yoga and meditation. Again, my name is Dr. Aisha Wright-Burke, and you can join us at 8 a.m. every weekday morning for a session. And tomorrow morning is Olympian Rob Mullet, who'll be doing dynamic drills. So make sure you join him. And thank you again for joining us on Atlanta Track Club's The Distance, your resource for staying active while social distancing. I'll stick around for questions. Again, thank you so much for joining me here and easing into your Wednesday evening. You're welcome, Michelle. Thank you for coming. You are so welcome. Hey, Brandy, thanks for coming. Hope you all have a fabulous Wednesday evening and rest of your week. All right, I'll sign off. Bye now.